It's a lot of help to being on.
Okay, so we're back on. Okay, back up. Okay, so we're getting back in here.
Okay, good. Let me get.
We on?
We're back on. We're back live. So we're in this discussion. Sorry about that, guys. It got cut off halfway. We're talking about sex in relationships. We're talking about intimacy and the importance of what goes on outside the bedroom and making sure that you really nurture that. Really, and wifey used the word, which is a great word, that we cultivate. Right. Really cultivate our relationship outside the bedroom. Right. Hey, you want to work on what's going on in the bedroom too, right? You don't want to just leave that. You don't want to be approved and just dead. Well, and it depends on your partner, you and your partner, what you two like, right? If, you know, so that's why you have to communicate effectively and talk. And say, hey, don't be scared. You know, for us, there ain't no secrets. When it comes to the bedroom, this is what I like. This is what you like. All right. Mm-hmm. Are you willing to reciprocate? All right. Are you willing to reciprocate? Right. And we get into that and we do that or whatever. But in those moments that we talked about, so pregnancy we talked about sickness. We talked about people having like surgeries. We talked about all of these things, just getting older and menopause. Your libido may drop or fade or whatever is going on in your life. Stress.
Yes.
Stress can really cause for a lot of people, right? Sleep deprivation because you like, nah, I don't want to go, I don't want to be a part of it. So all of these things are very, very important to make sure that you nurture outside of the bedroom. Right. So that way, if those things happen, then you can still have a healthy relationship. Okay, thanks, Danita. So we want to pick up there. It cut off when Pam said she brought this from California and didn't know it. Oh, it cut off way back then.
Oh my God.
When you said it cut off, she said it cut off when you talked about bringing your what you say?
My work to California.
Yeah, but when you talked about you still have the communication.
The
communications that you have on it. It cut off.
Your emails.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But so then she didn't hear about the HR issues then that we had.
So can you go back and tell that again?
Yeah.
Talk about that part?
Well, what happened is that, you know, I was working at Ford Motor Company and I was sharing that, you know, I was working through an intranet. They didn't even have an internet service then. And then Pam was working HR at Snapple. Right. And we couldn't see each other. Mm-hmm. When I would go visit, it was like the most amazing time I would spend for that week. And then I had to go back home. And then you had to suffer that loneliness when you left. And, you know, so after that, what would happen is we would have the deepest, most intimate conversations over the phone and text. So what happened, I was sending her emails that was going to her job email. Next thing you know, she got disconnected and they cut her off because they read a lot of those messages.
And no notice at all. So I didn't know what was going on. I went to my head of HR and I'm like, I'm not on the email anymore. What's happening? So she said, oh, you don't have email anymore? I don't know what's wrong.
Right.
Let me try to find out. And then, you know, that voice within me was like, something's not right here.
Right.
And then as I was going back, I'm like, Joseph, I think we were a little too graphic. Conversations, like, we can't talk like that anymore. And I had to go to my regular email until they reinstated me. That happened.
Yeah. Well, we learned that real quick. I'm the head of security, so I was recording and I was listening, and so we had with other, you know, employees. So Rose said they might have turned us off because we mentioned company names, but we're not gonna mention. That's what she said. Listen, I ain't even gonna argue. Those are some big companies today. So
I ain't there no more.
So we'll say anonymous.
So let me tell you, we cut off again. You know what happened, y'all? Pam said she don't care.
Some good stuff.
Maybe that was good. They misunderstood all the way.
But where we went when we were cut off is that reciprocation looks like taking one for the team, but agreeing that I'm going to do this for you, but I'm not really ready to have sex right now.
Right.
And her thing would be like, okay, we'll do that. Okay, so after that, then massage me or cuddle with me or let's talk or let's, whatever. And so I'm like, all right, hey, that's a good trade-off. I'll take that.
But you know what though? But I'm gonna say this though. I had once you get older, when you were younger, that trade-off was like, okay, you just lay there, whatever, it's good. When you get older, even men, you're like, I want more than that. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit more sensitive. Right. I don't want to just, I need some interaction. Right. Engagement. Right. But as you get older, that's what, when you were younger, that was fine. That was fine.
So that's why sometimes, realizing that, you may be in the mood more sometimes, and then you're working hard or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll give in, But he knows if I'm not into it, he'll know it. He was like, okay, just forget it. I'm like, no, come on, no, forget it. I'll just wait.
There has to be some understanding because we all have those moments, and you shouldn't talk to your partner like that. Like it shouldn't be someone always right.
Or sometimes I'll just say, babe, I'm just tired. I'm sorry. I'll be real with you. I'm not even gonna try to fake it tonight.
I can work 10 more hours.
And I can respect that. I mean, I'd rather you just go and be honest. Don't you ain't read my body language all day. You don't know what's going on. No, I'm not Miss Leo. I don't know what's going on. And maybe I'm just not there. I mean, so my first Denise said, a massage will turn into 9 months later. And then a baby. That's what it takes, right?
But the other thing, what I was going to say is, sometimes we'll just be like, okay, I just totally lost my train of thought.
And I'm the nervous one.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
You talking about, not sometimes not being ready, and then you just say, well, no, that's all right then. Right. So you be like, all right, now I'm my rain check. Make sure you see me in the morning.
That's good.
Wake me up at 3.
That's good.
Oh, I was gonna say something that you taught me, that men also want the woman to be the aggressor sometimes. Like they don't always want to be.
Where the camera at? Women, you need to be the aggressor sometimes. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes. You know what? I was watching this skit that it was so funny where the skit was where there were women going around and they were just being the aggressor with men. They were just saying, hey, you really look nice. Can I have your number? And the dudes were like thrown off, like whoa. The one guy was like, wait a minute, am I being punked? He's like, this never happened. But some men, listen, I know this is not great grandmama in them day and time. I'm not saying women you should propose and all that. I ain't going all that crazy. But you can be the aggressor sometimes. If you see a man you like, or hey, if you're in a relationship and you want it, go tell him you want that. You want that thing. Tell him you want him, show him what's up. It's nothing wrong with you being, if you're the type of person that's like, so old school where you're like, no, the man always has to be aggressior. Yeah. I'm looking at you and what I'm thinking is, well, do you ever really want me then? Right. Do you ever want, you know what I'm saying? Do you ever really want me? And it's good for you to tell me sometimes that you want me. Wow. Hey, when I be at work, she throw me a little text, little picture, and I'm like, oh Lord! Wait a minute, let me go. I gotta go now, y'all. Wait a minute. You got 2 more hours to work now. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Shoot me right. Be like church.
Ladies, it's okay for you to be the aggressor sometimes. Matter of fact, we as men, and I know it's only 2 of us here, and we're not speaking for everybody, but I know a lot of my partners say the same thing. Yeah. It's alright, boy, come in and she just grabs you when you come in the house. Like, oh girl, wait a minute.
But the reason why I can confirm that, especially as men, if you were used to being the aggressor and you used to setting up your days or your Fridays going out looking for your next relationship. Right. Or whether that be temporary, long term, whatever. Right. But imagine now you're in this relationship, so you no longer have that lion territorial
Oh, so you're not on the hunt anymore.
The hunt is gone.
The thrill of the hunt is gone.
You hope it is.
Right.
And if women can help kill the hunt, if they sometimes be the hunter.
I like that.
That'll keep a man more at home.
And that's, I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be all the time, but every once in a while, it's good to just throw that little wrinkle in there. Ladies, I'm challenging you on that one. You just throw that wrinkle in there. You got the kids, get the babysitter, do what you need to do. I know it's COVID, so we can't do so much. When they go to sleep, just grab him and just say, what's up? And just see what happens. Just see what happens. Boy, you gonna come on the next day, he gonna be in an apron cooking, vacuuming, all at the same time, singing hymns. You ain't gonna know what's wrong. So we got it. So it's all of this love. So we got to make sure that it's a lot going on here. Yeah. So let's recap a little bit. So intimacy is making sure that you nurture and cultivate not only in the bedroom but outside the bedroom. We agree with that, right?
Yes.
Make sure that you have effective communication and talk to one another about your highs and lows.
Wow.
Because if you talk and communicate about your highs and lows, then if I know you're in a low, then maybe I won't be selfish expecting sex.
That's
when I know if you
beautiful.
told me, listen, I'm in the low right now. The auntie she said, wait a minute. I'm just not in the mood. So if you're honest and be like, all right now, I know you. I know you're going to want something later on. I just know you. But it's Wednesday, I know you're going to want something.
Start rubbing your leg.
Always
I'll be moving my leg. No.
You're like, look, we watching this TV show, and they on here doing that. All right now, I don't want none of that. Let this movie stay where it is. Don't get no ideas. I ain't in the mood. But if you communicate that, then maybe I won't be so selfish looking at you like, hey, what's up, what's going on? You like, I just told you. And now we don't take, now it's not a personal, now it's not a conflict. Now you're, what's the word, babe? Now you're, you're kind of feeling,
empathetic?
No, like you don't like me no more. You're starting to like resent.
Oh.
You don't want to feel resentment because I'm just seeming like I'm just selfish.
Nice.
So now I don't want to start. I don't want you to start resenting me. You don't want that in your
move
relationship.
into that when it starts to build.
It can if it starts to happen too much, right? It starts to build too much.
Well, that's when you know that there's problems in your relationship.
Exactly.
You know, when you're just annoyed all the time when every time your spouse comes to you and wants affection or, you know, wants attention or intimacy, you know, and that's when it's like, is something going on here?
Right.
You know, something's changing here.
I'm glad you touched on that because you should not weaponize sex. Some people weaponize sex. They withhold it as a power tool, as like a bargaining tool in the relationship.
We can.
Or also you get into these arguments, like you start to get your relationship in kind of a cycle where you're bickering just to have makeup sex. Like it's the only kind of peak or have a connection. No. So I think you have to be careful on both sides.
Right.
And or the man or the woman can be making you feel like if you don't do this, well, all right now, if you don't take care of home,
so you start throwing threats out, which is childish, really. You know what I mean? Well, I won't say it's immature. I like that word better. It's very immature.
But how many
it's real.
But
it's real.
Yeah, that has been an issue for people. So I just gotta throw it out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Good one. That's a good one.
And I would go so far as to say, I feel thankful to have couples around me that are further in their relationship.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know, it adds to our intimacy. It gives us, like, it's almost like you do when you want to be rich, you be around rich people.
That's right.
When you want to be in a good relationship, you keep people around you that are a healthy example of that.
Right.
So I think that's another reason why we have our crew that's our age, but we also like being with our family members and like mentors, relationship mentors.
Right.
And some of them are our age. They just been together long.
No doubt.
It's important. That's good. And good perspective.
And we try to pay it back to couples younger than us.
Yeah.
We try to pay it back to them, right? Pay it forward to them to let them know, listen, You know, we have some people that we go to, you know, that's been doing this longer than us.
Word.
We have our age. Now here you are up under us, and so we hope that we can help you. And you know, we really try to take a lot of the stigmatism away from marriage and from relationship and from love. There are some negative stigmatisms that come with relationship and marriage. A lot, you know, where you know, a lot of the older men I've talked to, they were like, you know, happy wife, happy life. Or that was it.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
What about the man?
What about me? I get it. I want her to be happy, but I don't get no happiness in that.
Right.
And they're like, no, just shut up. Do what you told. There's no relationship. That's a prison sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's gotta be, obviously you want to make sure, you know, if the woman you're with is more of an emotional creature, then you make sure you want to nurture that or whatever.
Right.
If you're more like this, then she doesn't have to do maybe as much as nurturing. But don't think that I don't need anything at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it shouldn't just all be one-sided. That's where we talk about the communication and also the reciprocation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Making sure that we're seeing each other and that's what it's all about. I need to be able to see my wife or my girlfriend or whoever you're in your relationship with. You need to be able to see your partner where they are. Where they are. Where are you? Talk to me about you, where you are right now. Not where you're going to be, not where you were in the past, but where are you right now? And if I can learn that, where you are right now, and then interact with you at that juncture, we can have a healthy relationship.
Right. And respecting each other's, I guess, changes.
Yes.
And as we go, as you grow, you're going to change.
That's right.
You're going to gain weight. You're going to lose hair.
Right.
There's physical changes that we go through as we get older. You know, we're going to get grades. Some things are going to be have a little less gravity, as they say. You know, but this is all in growing together because we're not going to be this age always.
Right.
That's right.
You know,
And all that, you know, I know we don't have much time or whatever, or how much time we have, but I just want to make sure, just this conversation, just invoke some of the things that really, really matter. And, you know, so one of the things I say is that, for one, you got to make sure, and anybody in a relationship, and this is not just marriage, you go into a relationship more than their body, but go into it and marry their mind. You have to marry more than their body.
That's right.
You have to marry their mind. You have to marry their personality. And if those personalities don't match, maybe that's not a good marriage. So you have to be very clear on your expectations on what it is that you need for you to be satisfied, and be willing to reciprocate. Right. But and then the other thing that really stands out to me is that, you know, we have to really, really be committed to change. You know what I'm saying? When we go through these changes, we got to remember we're committed to change. And if you're so stuck in the old school, the way we used to be done, the way my mama did it, the way everybody, you have to judge it really where you are at with exactly what you're saying.
And that's what Rose Lady said. You will also have different thoughts as you age. So what was important to me at 20 it's so much not important to me now. Now there are some things that at 25 I was like, no, I'm never going to think of that. Now at 40, I'm like, this is important. This is very important, and you need to be able to communicate that. And I will go back to sort of what you said. I want to add on to what you said. I think for all of us, I think I can speak for all of us on this. What is the foundation of your relationship? Right? Our foundation is God. Right? That's the foundation of our relationship. So that's where we connected. That's what drew us to one another. That's what held us when things got rough.
And that's what keeps us
together. Right? And then when all else fails, we know to go back to that. Where did we meet? Where did I meet you at? God. Okay, so now we need to recalibrate. Because things is crazy. It's wild. All this is going on. So that COVID, racism, all this, let's go back to the foundation. So our foundation is God. So we go back there, then we start to step back to it. And then we find ourselves if we was at, let's just say 25 in our relationship, now we might be at 35 now because we done went back and built back up to, and so that's it. And Bishop used to teach us two winos can get along.
That's it.
Because what's their foundation is every morning I gotta go find me a bottle. And they have the common goal to find the bottle. Together. Now when you get to the end of that, they may hit one another with that bottle. But when they wake up in the morning, the common goal was find the bottle. Right. And so our common goal is God. Right? Spirituality. And so then you spread from that. Maybe yours is, I don't know, maybe yours is laughter. Maybe yours was the way you communicated. Sport. Maybe yours was sport. Whatever it was. Maybe it was poetry. Whatever you're about, what got you together, what got you there, go back there when things get tough, when it get hard.
And I also want to say, ladies, you're always going to look beautiful to your wife, and in the eyes of your husband. But I'm just saying, sometimes it's nice to put on that red lipstick, like my beat on here, and do the hair and get sexy, and they can want you, all over again. That's a good way to keep the fire in the bedroom too. Curlers in your hair. We go to bed with our bonnets on, our wrap caps at night. Sometimes we are lotion on our faces. Sometimes we gotta come out of that and be beautiful again for our mates and turn them on like we did the first time. That's how we got it.
Isn't it so crazy because I've been around women, they get their hair done. And you hear the comedian say, they got a kickstand on their head. And they like this. And you go to touch them, don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair.
It's so plenty of times when my head hung up the bottom of the bed. Okay?
Now you up the next morning with a thing around your head. You got a cricket in there. I couldn't touch you. Girl, you better listen. Let's not get your hair done for a little while. Because there's some things we need to handle, we need to do. Stop telling my emotions.
It's the purpose, right? It's all good, but you can't touch it.
Or like Pat said, hey, learn to deal with it then. Hang off the bed and just go ahead, boy. Go on and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Just go on and hang off. Make some adjustments.
So that's one thing I think too, that another thing, if you can't have sex as often, one thing I think that is a really good thing that helps keep the spice is to try different places. Because you can't do it as often, but if you try different places,
spice it up,
it keeps it going. Because we'll always remember, man, I can't have the other, but man, I remember. And that's it.
Every time we pass your phone.
Oh, Lord. That's a memory. That's a memory.
HOA is going to keep it. We're going to have to pay $500 HOA.
That's
how you want, but you want to be able to go by this place and y'all can't even look at it. Y'all can't even look at it. Just keep walking. Like, no, why you looking at me? Like, oh, boy, you it's real, man. So many people join the Mile High Club and all that, Spicing up. You gotta have fun. You gotta be able to laugh. You gotta be able to spice it up, right?
That's right. Because if you can't have the fun that you want to have with your mate, and y'all can have that fun together, then you're always going to be looking for stuff outside your relationship.
Chasing that.
Exactly.
I like that. And you know what? Something we all kind of touched on. The time apart also helps you appreciate one another when you come together. So even in COVID, we talked about having your own projects or having your own things to keep you busy. But pre-COVID, I was okay with Ken taking his DTDT guy mancation trips and having his male bonding and doing the spiritual men and boys retreat. Why? It would take him out of the house for a weekend, but one, we had the trust, and two, I appreciated him recharging with his voice coming back to me.
Right.
It made me appreciate him even more that we can have our own lives in that regard. It's not something I do all the time.
That's right.
And I don't blow him up. Either way.
That's true, bitch.
And it's good like you go on a girls trip.
That's right.
Sometimes it's good to do things with your girls, with your family, outside of your husband. When it comes back, absent makes the heart grow fonder.
No doubt.
Okay, but they say too much absent makes you wander.
see too many people. I do see couples where I always never.
You almost forget they married or their own relationship, right?
And if that works for them, it's fine. But I don't want that type of relationship.
And actually, it would not work for me.
Right.
If it was good for us in the beginning, we could do that. But I would not want that for my forever.
No doubt.
You know what
Why
I mean?
you think I moved to New York or Michigan and Joey? He moved clear across the country for you, because we couldn't handle the absence too long.
It was what Bishop said. I drove all the miles to get that kiss. And reminisce all the way back. But I didn't go back.
I'm not coming back. That's what you did.
I say, move over, girl. So listen, y'all. Hey, we enjoyed this. We really apologize that it cut off on us, but I'm glad that some of y'all stuck around with us in this conversation.
The camera.
Yeah, I'm looking over here. I'm sorry. We thank you for joining us. So we got Dr. Lathan, Mrs. Pam Lathan, they in the house with us tonight. We're TheCoreofU.
23 years of relationship, 13 and 8.
Wow.
You know, so you got and with different perspectives.
So you got like 50-something years of wisdom here.
Wow.
Relationships.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we hope
And we want to continue on and continue living our best lives together.
No
I
doubt.
like that.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes.
So we thank y'all. Let's make sure we got any
last comments?
some front brace around. Oh, Danita.
What she
She'll
say?
brace around the neck, but hair is still banging. That's Cyril said, great to touch on the many facets of intimacy. I think this is important and mature. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. I had to give Unc and Wifey, they came with this topic.
We love
They brought it. I mean, this was a great topic, and man, we were excited to do it and to bring it. If you have any more topics, things you would like to talk about, let us know. We're at TheCoreofU.
Yeah.
Follow us at TheCoreofU. CORE of the letter U on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. You guys can follow
us. Tell
us.
about the best life and how to find you, Dr.
Man,
Lathan,
well, you know,
that's the next level.
Well, you know, drjosephlathan.com, my first, last name, my website. You can find about all the work that I do. And my wife here, she's been really tapping into a lot of new areas in HR consulting, writing a book.
Yeah.
Word out. That we give homage to our girl.
Tasha Champion.
There we go.
Yeah,
but we're supposed to feel like dripping it.
I'm sorry, Lenita. All right, thank you.
But we got a project together that we're working on with 22 other phenomenal women.
Wow.
That's going to come out
I'm
after the first of the year.
Everybody.
And thank you, Tasha Champion, for involving us and giving us a platform for us to share our stories.
So we're just living our best life. And so go drjosephlathan.com. You can be able to connect with me and all the incredible work I do, and hopefully that we'll be able to go ahead and grow together.
Amen.
I want to thank CoreofU, first of all. I'm sorry. Let me mention this. This is a young couple that I so admire, and the growth, watching where they came from and where they're going. This is phenomenal. They're raising children that are amazing.
Yes.
So when you know a couple is really doing their thing, you can do good when you're doing your own thing and the wife is happy and the husband is doing their thing. But when you involve children in there, man, you have to be phenomenal. So this is where I consider them beyond the just good stage. They're phenomenal. And TheCoreofU, I appreciate all that you guys are doing.
Right.
It's helping so many people younger and older than you.
Right.
So I want you guys to keep pushing for the mark.
Continue.
And like your boy said the last time, I can't wait to the radio show and seeing these broadcasts going out regularly.
And the TV show.
Really. So keep up the great work. We're here to support you in anything we can do.
And we love you
because
guys.
we know it's greatness
Yes,
already
thanks for
happening.
including us today. We really appreciate it. And I know we've been talking about this for a long time now. We finally got it together. So really thankful to you guys. And we look, and you don't know, but we look up to you guys.
Oh,
you know, you really do. You really do.
It's not age.
Both professionals,
it's not
raising
age.
children, doing
a lawyer, and you just doing incredible work. head of security, you came here and became head. See, that's one thing about when you become from a certain place where you've been brought into leadership, you can be the person at the sanitation company, but guess what? He gonna make you the head.
Right.
It don't make a difference what area you're working in.
Right.
You always gonna float to the top.
Wow.
And that's where I'm at, man.
Well, that's the promise that we've all been given.
Guaranteed.
No doubt. No
Promise
doubt.
that we can have it abundantly.
18, love you, baby. Auntie Tina's on.
Hey,
love you.
girl. Can't wait till you guys get out here.
No doubt. So we'll be seeing you soon. Look forward to you guys and the things that we're posting and some great things that we got coming your way. We will let you know. We holler at y'all later. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed weekend. And always, I like to begin and end with, I hope that you're healthy, whole, and complete. And most importantly, that while you're being restricted to so much, that you are at peace.
Word.
That's what's most important.
Yeah. Word.
Protect your peace
Word.
and your energy. All right?
Yeah.
We love y'all. Peace.
Holla.